What's up, guys? Welcome to another ride video here. I'm Nick Evanson, and I'm gonna show you what happened on my weekend group ride. I've got some power data overlaid here. This is the final 5K, the sprint finish of our Sunday ride, and I did something a little unusual this week. And I wasn't actually gonna do any commentary on today's video, but Uncle Tracy at the end of the ride said, "Oh, I can't wait to hear your commentary this week." And so I said, all right, I'll talk you through it. He wanted to get in my head and see what's going on here. So this is the end of the ride. Let's take a look at it. Fortunately, we had a couple guys who were generous enough to share their camera files with me today. Jeff Lofgren, I'll link his channel over here at the end. This is on board with Jeff, and this is on board with Kelly. And thank you guys for sharing your footage. Makes it a little more interesting. So Kelly's a little bit farther in the back. I'm kind of mid-pack, and Jeff isn't too far away from me. But anytime you see the power data here overlaid, that's my footage. And so I wanted to do something different. The last couple weeks I've been out here with this crew, I've kind of just rolled in easy, tried to stay with the group, and then see what I had at the end for the sprint finish. And in the race, if this was an actual race, that's probably what I would stick with. But I want to try something different today because that's the beauty of these winter rides. You can do whatever you want, and there's no prizes. I didn't pay anything to come out here. It's just a good workout. So I decided, hey, I'm at the beginning of my training season. I don't feel great, but I'm gonna go really long here and see what happens. And so we'll see what happens. You can see here I'm working up towards the front of the group. Got a little over the yellow line myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and relegate myself in just a minute. As you might see, I got a little far over that time. But I went ahead and went off the front here, and usually the group is just coasting through this section, and so I decided I'm gonna go for it. You can see in the back here, these guys, they're not pedaling at all at the back hardly. And so I'm off the front there just a little bit. So I'm gonna crush it. So I was up to 600, 700 watts. Now I'm back down to 400. And just giving it everything I can here to create some separation from the group. Is there a chance this is gonna work? Probably not. You'd have to be a really strong rider to get away from a group this good. And also, like, in an area, it's not a climb. I'm not a great climber. It was just kind of a flat area, a little bit of a downhill. But I wanted to just go for it and see what happened. So you can see some people here are starting to move up, and I'm off the front suffering. My heart rate's starting to get up in the 180s. Power is down a bit. I'm going downhill, so I guess nearing 300 watts isn't too bad for downhill, 250. Cadence is getting up there, spinning pretty quick, going just about 30 miles an hour here. And the group is just kind of motoring along. They aren't concerned about me at all, which is the idea. I knew no one would be terribly concerned about what I was doing because nobody expects me to be able to stay away when I went that early. But you know what? If I try it now and then I try it 3 months from now, my power's gonna be a lot better later on. Of course, theirs will be too. But you know, eventually it might work. Maybe if I don't go quite so early. But here's the base of the hill, coming up 400 watts. Heart rate is getting up high again, and the group is not far at all behind me. And this is where I always really start to suffer anyways here. But I wanted to put down a hard effort, so I went for it. And I was really starting to suffer here. And it doesn't take long for the group to catch me here. So there they are. And there's Uncle Tracy waving, "Bye-bye, sucker." But that's all right, it's cool. That's the thing about these winter rides, you know, just try stuff. If you aren't sure what's gonna happen, give it a try and find out. Because, you know, can't go wrong as long as you don't crash. No shame. I actually was doing pretty good here just to grab onto the back of the group and hang out with the leaders here for a bit. And then something interesting happened. One of the guys came past me, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get on his wheel and see if we can make another go at this. And so you see I'm on Fred's wheel here, and somebody comes by and I let him go, but I wanted to suffer some more. My heart rate came down into the 170s, so I said, hey, we're not topped out yet, let's go for it. And so I'm hanging on with the group here, and then I start to come around, which again, I'm sure everybody was having a good chuckle thinking, that knucklehead, what is he doing? And then Monty pops out here, and I jump on his wheel, and we're gonna make a run at it. And once again, this is not good strategy for winning a race. But, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know what it feels like to be out there in the front by yourself unless you actually get out there by yourself. So, you know, that's what I was doing here, trying to find what it's like to do the work on the front towards the end of the race. And you know, I was hoping that I'd have maybe a rider or two come with me at the beginning, because then we could trade pulls a little bit, but that didn't happen, which as early as I went, I'm not surprised. But you know, next time you see me do something crazy, come join. So Monty here is giving a good pull, but I decided to trade with him, and it was a little too late for that because here comes the group right behind us, and they're pretty fresh and strong. And at this point, I started just to back off because like it was so demoralizing. I was feeling terrible, not holding very good power here. You see it's dropping down real quick here. I just kind of pulled the plug. The group at this point was gone, and I didn't have anything left in the tank to hang with them. And so that was pretty much the end of the effort for me. We're not too far here from the finish. We've got just a line across the pavement at this sign where it's the official finish of the race simulation. But hey, that's how it went down this time. So everybody who was watching thinking, what in the world is Nick doing? Well, just trying something different, seeing how it felt, and learning what my strengths and weaknesses are so that I can tailor my training to be a little bit better, a little more effective. I want to get a little bit better power over distance, and I'm at the beginning of my training season now, so what better time than right now to get started with that. So thanks for having a look at my video. Thanks to Jeff Lofgren. If you want to watch more of his videos, he posts a lot of regular cycling videos up. Check those out. I'll put it here and in the description as well. And thank you, Kelly, for sharing your video with me as well. And if you want to find out more about what we do at Southern Velo, check out our Facebook page, or I'll link our website here as well and in the description. And if you'd subscribe to the channel, share it with your friend, really appreciate it. Hit the notification bell so you can catch my next video. Thanks. We'll see you then.